we have some questions we want to ask you from the, on behalf of the ISOC from the students.
Yes.
So the first question I want to ask you is, how do we work as, to achieve unity among the Muslims? You know.
Okay, yeah, thank you very much. It's a good question. I think unity, without doubt, is an important aspect in the Muslim community. And I think unity can happen if we, first of all, try to leave aside our differences. The reality amongst humanity in general, and Muslims even a part of humanity, is that we have differences. We have differences in many aspects, but even in how we understand religion, there are differences. So Islam doesn't call for uniformity, not expecting everybody to be the same and practice exactly the same. So therefore we will have differences. So if we can leave our differences aside and concentrate on the issues that we do agree upon, issues that are facing us, how we can work together, I think that's important. So putting the differences on hold and concentrating on the challenges that we have and the opportunities, and I think by doing that, sitting together, exchanging gifts, having cups of teas together, etc., that will all boost unity in society.
That's good. And the other question would be, as we are in Ireland over here, we're the first generation of Muslims. So considering the challenges that I've seen in your own community, in the UK, for example, if it's better established, how do you suggest that us now as young Muslims, how do we become proactive to change this narrative, this scenario that we have?
Well, I think in many ways you're probably more at an advantage because in the fact that because you are quote unquote new in Ireland, it means that there is not as many issues that have arose because of the generations that have been here. So I think in that respect it's an advantage. But in other aspects it does mean that there is maybe not as much experience. And I think the main thing that Muslims in Ireland should make use of is trying to engaging with society at all different levels, engaging with the society that are close to you, your neighbors, your colleagues, the students that are with you studying. All these aspects I think are important, and at the same time also engaging with the high levels, engaging with council officials, the police, with the politicians, the different faith communities. All that engagement is very important because it allows you to be at a good level of dialogue, understanding others, and generally by sitting together and talking, barriers can be broken, which is important, I think.
Okay, great. And you being as the president of the Muslim Association in the UK, what issues do you come across?
Well, I mean, one of the main issues that's affecting Muslims throughout Europe and the world today is the whole issue of Islamophobia. We find that there are a lot of people who are trying to feed the narrative of Muslims as, picturing Muslims as, or stereotyping Muslims as negative individuals in society. Sometimes they try to make us look as if we are alien to society, marginalized, and I think that's a very big challenge. And the way that we should be dealing with this is really by giving positive messages of Islam, showing how Muslims are contributing to society and doing that contribution in every aspect. Charitable work, volunteering, helping, speaking to others, I think that's all important. Giving that positive image is crucial in tackling the issues of Islamophobia. Obviously there are other issues as well, and it's important that Muslim societies also don't fall back in this. Sometimes communities might be more impoverished, they might be suffering from unemployment, all these issues that may happen. It's also important the Muslim community also thinks about them and comes together to try and solve them.
Okay. And I think this is the last question we have. How do we best respond as Muslims when we're unable to answer difficult questions, for example, that come to us?
Well, I think it's always important to find out what are the purposes of questions, and sometimes that might need a little bit of reading into the matter. If people are asking questions just to make life awkward for you and difficult, sometimes it's best to avoid interacting with people like that. But if people are asking you questions because they want to know, they genuinely are interested, then it's always good. With the right intention, people can give good response. I think it's also important to be honest and be sincere in responding to the questions. And if questions are irrelevant, they have no scope in the society that we're living in, then sometimes it's just even more wiser to say, look, these questions have no relevance, there's no point even discussing them.
Okay, thank you very much for your time.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you
Thank you very much.